How's it going, everybody? How's it going? Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be doing the Week 5 Power Rankings of the Elite Battle League Season 2. And, of course, I am not alone. I am accompanied by my wonderful co-host, StoneFamily64, a.k.a. Matty I. Say hi, dude.
Hi, dude.
Oh, that never gets old. Alrighty, so before we get into it, just want to do a quick little announcement in regards to the power rankings. This is going to be the last time that we're doing the power rankings for the season. There will not be a rankings for the playoffs or the semifinals or even the championship, as it really wouldn't be fair to the other teams, I guess. And some of the teams are going to get knocked out anyway. Not to be blunt, but it is what it is. However, the power rankings will return for Season 3 with the new home. So if you guys haven't already, the link to the official channel, YouTube channel for the Elite Battle League will be in the description. Go ahead and subscribe to that if you haven't already, so you guys can stay up to date with everything going on with the Elite Battle League. That being said, do you have anything you'd like to say, sir?
Prepare for the playoffs this weekend. It should be fun. Actually, we need to say sorry for this one being late. Mishaps and stuff like that. It happens, technical difficulties, but you should have already seen the battles by the time this goes up. Hopefully people are watching the battles.
Yeah. Again, life and technical issues happen. So hopefully everything will be resolved and everything will be back on schedule by the time Season 3 rolls around. And yeah, so if there's nothing else, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Let's go ahead and talk about the number 10 spot. Gamer Views, head coach of the Detroit Lux Rays, currently at a 1-4 with a -15 of the Indy Dynamax division, and I believe they're in 5th place.
Yep.
Yes, they're in 5th place in the Dynamax division. So there isn't a point of view in regards to Gamer's battle. He had a couple of life things happen, i.e. moving and things like that. So we weren't able to get a perspective, and that might also directly influence the result of this battle, which unfortunately Gamer found himself on the receiving end of a 6-0 sweep against his opponent, which who we'll cover later on. But I am sure that Game Reviews will return for Season 3 and will return with a vengeance, and maybe he might kick some butt next season. Who knows? Because he can sure pick him. I'm not gonna lie. Anything you'd like to say, sir?
He's a great battler as far as this match. Tough matchup with probably the best battler, at least this season, from the Mega Division. So it was definitely a tough matchup, an uphill battle trying to get into the playoffs. Like you said, with his life going on around him, he didn't really have much time to train, I don't think, this season. Still put up a great fight with most of the people he battled this season. This last battle was just, it was going to be tough regardless, and that, the sweep happened, the second ever sweep in the Elite Battle League. So, great job this season. Just because you're 10th doesn't mean we don't think you're a great battler. It was just a tough season for you. Everyone's going to have ups and downs, and, surprises can come from anybody in the Elite Battle League.
For sure. But that is it that we have on the number 10 spot. Number 9 is going to Tara, who is coaching the San Diego Sylveons. And if you have not been keeping up with the battles in regards to the Sylveons, real quick recap. Previous contestant, Forsaken Ace, coach of the Redwood Meowths. Unable to continue out through the season, had to be replaced. Tara stepped in, used this. Oh my goodness.
I apologize.
It's okay, it just scared me. What was I saying? I lost my train of thought. Thank you, Cough. Oh yeah. So adopted his team, mind you, and with the very little time that she's been able to train with this team and get to know this team, she's done phenomenally well in all of her battles. Unfortunately, we do not have a perspective for us to go off of for this week, because, of course, she happens to be the wife of the commissioner. So in Family 64, they have multiple switches, only one capture card, only one way to record. Can't do much in regards to that aspect, but we do have a perspective in regards to that battle, which we'll cover later on. Tara currently stands at a 2-3 with a -4, and is in 3rd place in the Dynamax division. So again, nothing much more for me to say except I can't wait to see what she brings to the field for season 3. If she is able to do what she's able to do now with the team that she's hardly get to know, who knows what she'll bring for season 3. She's going to be a force to be reckoned with. Anything, sir?
Definitely. And I want to check with you real quick. They're going to hear this. This is definitely going up late, right? The battles will already be up on Saturday?
Yes. So, sorry, had to mute. But yes, the battles will already have been up. Again, going late. Life situations occur.
Alright,
so I'm sorry.
So I want to go ahead and say this because, like we said, this is probably most likely going up Sunday, if not Saturday night. Congratulations to her for actually winning the first round of the playoffs. That does not influence this 9th place spot, however, because as we said, the playoffs do not have power rankings. But she was able to take me down and defeat me this week. Congratulations to her. If you did not see that battle, go check it out. However, as far as this battle goes that she had in week 5, she did battle myself. It was a 5-0 sweep. Cortana put in work. Cortana living on 1 hurt her, and her not knowing about fake out was a problem. You know, she's still learning. The more she battles, the better she's going to be. And she's already phenomenal, keeping 2 of her 3 matches really, really close. And the reason she's sitting at number 9, and we forgot to mention, Detroit Luxray dropped from number 9 to number 10. Sylveon moved up from 10 to 9 this week. The reason for that is basically because the sweep on the Luxray side was a wider margin, so they dropped. She rose 1 spot. Hopefully both of them can bounce back next season, and I can't wait to see what she does in the remainder of these playoffs.
Sorry. I just realized this entire time I had the sniffles and everything. I sneezed and the recording caught that, but you didn't. So, sorry. I'm going to find a way to edit all that out. So, my bad. But, yes, agreed. So, again, this is going up late. So, if you haven't... Yeah, everything he said. Moving on. Moving on to number 8, we have Jechnician, who is coaching the New Brunswick Ninetales, currently at a 1-4 with a -2, and pulling up his rankings for week 5. Where is he? Is in 5th place in the Dynamax, the Mega Division. So, a couple of things in regards to this matchup. Let me pull up my notes in regards to him. Okay, good. So, I feel that this battle, first off, I feel like every battle since week 3, I think it was, he's done really well, I believe. He's definitely gotten better. His decision making has been faster. Made a great calls with the Dusknoir, used Dragon Dance on the Zekrom, and it became a huge problem for Fus, to where Fus was a little bit worried about it. Of course, it goes down, but not without a struggle. A couple of things that we did see as well. It was able to outspeed a Chlorophyll Venusaur under the direct sunlight. And so, if you guys weren't aware, speed boosting stats like Dragon Dance and whatnot do have the potential to outspeed Pokemon that have abilities that work with certain weather conditions, i.e. chlorophyll and sunlight in this case. Bad luck with the RNG with the Bronzong against the Rotom Wash, being fully paralyzed and got flinched with the Dark Pulse from the Rotom Wash. I will say I am not a fan of how the match ended. You guys can put whatever you like in the comments. I am going to express myself in regards to this. I firmly believe when it comes to stalling, stalling is a strat as long as you use the Pokemon's moves. If you spam protect or recover, unfortunately it's a strat, you know? Protect, recover, you know, things like that. They're there for a reason, you know, you put them on stall mons, they're stall mons for that very purpose. What I do not like is the fact that one player will literally just sit there not doing nothing and let the timer run out. Again, not wanting to call anybody out, but just saying it how it is. I do not agree with that. I do not think it's a strategy at all. Some people say whatever it takes to win. No. And this is just my opinions. I've had strong opinions about this, and I've even spoken to our commissioner in regards to this from the very beginning. My stance hasn't changed. So, I mean, again, congratulations to Fus, his opponent, for the win. You played well up until that point. I understand his frustration in regards to this. So I'm sorry that it had to end that way, Jack. I'm pretty sure that should things have gone a little bit differently, I don't know, maybe you still would have lost. Because at that point, it would have been a prediction game at that point, given how the match was playing. Maybe you still would have lost. Maybe you would have won. We won't know. I feel that that chance was sort of robbed. So, you can go ahead and say what you want to say.
Yeah, he'd have had one shot at a prediction because it would have been either a switch out or a stay in. And then the move protect would have been used the next turn had they clicked. You know, had the button just been clicked each time. I do feel like they only had time for 2 more moves with the animations and everything like that, so it would have been one chance to make the right prediction. Give the guy the chance, you know, let him fall on his own sword, and I don't know, in that instance, you let him fall on his own sword and make his own decision. Don't take that decision away from him. That's definitely going to be looked at in the off season. The New Brunswick Ninetales were 8th last week. They stay in 8th, if I'm not mistaken. They are at number 8. So they are 5th place in their division, knocked out of the playoffs. What an unlucky way to get knocked out of the playoffs. But he did battle everyone pretty close all season. So great job to Jack. Look forward to having you back in a future season. He did make an announcement that he will be dropping out this season 3, so we wish you well in your future endeavors, and the Ninetales will always be welcome in the Elite Battle League.
For sure. Can't wait to see what he brings when he returns. If there's nothing else for the number 8 spot, we will move on to number 7, iLoneWolf, who is coaching the Philadelphia Flygons, currently standing at a 2-3 with a -2, and their current rankings for the week 5 are, well, for their division at least, they are in 4th place in the Dynamax division. Their opponent was the Miami Dragonites, a tough opponent as it is, not to toot my own horn. But given the fact that they faced a tough opponent, I feel that Philadelphia played really well. In that battle, his personal ace, I feel, was the Rhyperior. It was able to take out some hits. I mean, it ultimately went down, if I'm not mistaken, by the Inteleon, I think it was. I can't remember too much. But it did, I feel like it did put some work. The unfortunate miss on the Shuckle by the unfortunate miss with the Rock Slide allowed the Shuckle to set up the rocks for the Magnezone. As you know, Magnezone carries the ability Sturdy. If even a chip of its HP is touched, Sturdy is no longer effective. So that would allow the I think it was the Zacian to take out the Magnezone fairly easily. Xerneas, being extremely bulky, lived on 6, managed to kill off the Weavile before succumbing to poison, and Weavile got the kill since it used Poison Jab to kill, or to bring it down and to poison the Xerneas. The predict on the Miami Dragonites part was really well when Celesteal Dynamax and used Max Quake. As you know, Charizard is the hybrid, fire flying, and the attack didn't work. He did say I believe in his video, hindsight was 2020, that he should have gone for the max rockfall. Should he have gone for the max rockfall? Given the fact that Celesteela, at least his didn't seem too offensive, if it didn't kill the Charizard, it would have severely wounded it a little bit more. Let's see. The Rhyperior using Rock Wrecker, he forgot about the recharge stage, so that could have also played a factor. And one thing that I am going to say that I'm a really big fan of is iLoneWolf's creativity, and particularly with his lead card. Great lead card, my dude. Anything you'd have to say?
Yeah, quit. The only thing the Flagoons did wrong this week is, in my opinion, when your opponent has a flying type Pokemon, you gotta realize that the Earthquake, you gotta watch the Earthquake. Don't click Earthquake when they still have a flying type available, because 9 chances out of 10, if they feel the Earthquake's coming, they're gonna switch into it. And a lot of times it's easy to predict when an Earthquake is coming, so be careful with that. That's the only thing that I really saw that could have changed the outcome of that match, because twice in that match he clicks Earthquake, gets switched on, and isn't able to do any damage. And as Fus likes to say, chip damage is good damage. You hit something else, those Pokemon come in and they get chip damage. That could sway the match, so you never know how it goes from there. He did drop from number 6 to number 7 from last week to this week, so wasn't able to crack back into the top 5, but still a great battler. He's also one of the ones who will not be back joining us for season 3. So enjoyed having you here for your 1 season. If you do want to come back to Philadelphia Flagoons, you are always welcome back into the league, and the EBL will welcome you back with open arms.
For sure, for sure. Alrighty, so if that is it for the number 7 spot, we are going to number 6. Infernomen, who is coaching the Iowa Incineroar, and their opponent were the LA Inferno. Landon is currently standing at a 2-3 with a -2, and are currently. Well, hold on, do I get that right?
Yep. Currently number 4.
Oh, yep, I'm looking at the wrong thing. So it's a 2-3 with a -2. And currently number 4. Yeah, I got the LA Inferno and the Iowa Incineroar mixed up, Anyway, so that's where they're currently standing. This is the battle of the original hosts of the Elite Battle League Season 1. He had a great start with the Poliwrath with Water Absorb and Payback dealing double damage if it moves last. It was a good strat. Poliwrath was trained really well because it took Psychic Fangs really well. One thing that Landon pointed out that I actually kind of liked on Hermit's part that he did. Hermit has a shiny Corviknight, and he named it Blackbeard. He named it Blackbeard because the shiny has a black beard. I didn't notice it. I like it. I like the creativity. Pretty cool. Moving on. Mirror Armor weakening Incineroar's attack was pretty good. It was pretty big. Light Screen going away at the right moment, right when the Lele came in, I believe it was. I believe that helped him a lot too. We got to see him have a. I feel like we got to see him have a little bit more fun with this battle. I'm not sure if it was because he's battling a friend, or I mean, we're all friends here, but I don't know. I don't know what it was, but I really enjoyed seeing the happy emotions, and just a little bit more lively, I guess. I really enjoyed seeing that. Let's see. Oh, the excitement when he took out the Corviknight was also pretty fun. Bad RNG, unfortunately, when the Blaze Kick missed against the Leafeon. And the Leafeon, as I believe, is what turned things around for the LA Inferno. I could be wrong, but that's from what I saw. Took the loss pretty well compared to the others. Again, could be because he's battling with a close friend. Anything you have to say on this, sir?
To me, this was the game of the week. It also had the play of the week. We'll go into the play of the week later on because it wasn't from the Iowa Incineroar, and I want to give credit to the other team that he was fighting. But 2-3 record, -2. Great season overall. I'm very interested to see what he does in the playoffs, being that final seed from the Mega Division. He's got to take on Kentucky next week. Very interested to see that. He dropped from number 5 to number 6 this week in the power rankings, making him actually, for the first time ever, not in the top 5 for this season. So, the downward spiral that he's kind of on, hopefully he can bounce back from that. Week in and week out, he's put in work, but the last few weeks hasn't really worked out for him too well. Luckily, he was able to, he's kept all the matches close. He's proven to be a very good competitor. So definitely, that number 6 spot doesn't speak well to the battle prowess that he has. But, everyone's going to go through down times in this league.
For sure. We all have the down times. And again, just to piggyback on what you said, amazing battler, even though he was highly underestimated in the beginning of the league. And those who underestimated him, I feel, paid the price. So but that is all I have to say on number 6. Congratulations, Landon. Despite the record, like Hermit likes to say, despite the record, you've done really well this season. I can't wait to see what you do for season 3. Going on to number 5, we have the legendary Fus-Ro-Dab, who is the head coach of the Everglade Entes. And again, a couple of things on Fus's part that I really, really enjoyed. First thing that I'm going to say, he said it in his video, I'm going to change my playstyle, I'm going to be more aggressive. I love that. The aggressivity, I love it. He still showed a little bit of the old Fus, playing defensively here and there. Still love the fact that he changed it up a bit. Great predicts with the Torkoal on the Rotom with Levitate. And the hacks on Bronzong, unfortunately for Bronzong, but the paralysis and the flinches, good RNG luck there. Again, I already said my last little bit in regards to the stalling. However, I think that the Protect, switching out with Protect, and I think it was a Torkoal, right? The Torkoal would Protect, the Blacephalon would Protect, and Rotom. I think somebody else. Oh, was it Rotom that would Protect?
Yeah, Rotom protected, and then switched out, and then Blacephalon protected, and then he set.
Okay, so that last part aside, the switching, that's a thing. It's good. I liked it because it would keep the battlers on their toes. And like we said back in Jek's portion, Jek would have had to make it a prediction. That prediction would have cost him or made him the match. Had he predicted correctly, Fus would have lost. We would be talking about a different victor. But Fus won and is currently, I don't believe we mentioned the standings, currently at a 3-2 with a 0 differential and as number 2 in the Mega Division. So that is all I have to say for Fus. Anything you'd like to bring up?
Yeah, that negative or that 0 kill death ratio means that he's killed just as many Pokemon as he's lost. So that's interesting for the season, because it means he's not dominated, but he's not been dominated. So in my opinion, that Great Wall of Everglade is still there. So it's really cool to see. This season with the rules the way they were, a win is a win regardless of how you get it. Nobody has to like it. You don't even have to like it. Get the win, get in the playoffs. Let's see what he does in the playoffs now. Let's see what happens. And a shout out to Fus-RoDab because of what y'all been hearing from me this whole recording, the coughing. Sorry about my coughing.
Coffee!
So go check out his merch. But definitely great battler. We know he's going to wall people. And if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, the Ninetales will not return for Season 3, right?
They will not. Unfortunately, Fus has plans that he would like to launch in regards to his own channel. Yeah. His leave might possibly extend further, but we could possibly see a return to Season 4. We're not very clear on that. Regardless, I'm pretty sure that the Everglade entities will be more than welcome should they return.
Definitely, especially considering they're one of the original 6. Everyone can hate on me for it, but the original 6 have a special place for me anyways, because this was a special thing I started with my family, turned it into a thing for YouTube now, so the original 6 will always have a special place in my heart. So definitely would love to see the Everglade entities back at some point.
I can already hear Hermit in my head saying, the original 6.
The original 6.
The way he does in his videos. I'm not poking fun on Hermit. He does it, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it again. Anyways, so that is it on number 5. So that is it on number 5 with Fus-Ro-Dab again.
Oh, we forgot to mention he dropped from number 4 to number 5, so he was able to keep himself in the top 5 with squeaking out that victory.
Okay. Yep, that's true. Absolutely true. Moving on from number 5, we are going to number 4 spot, and I gotta say, I'm actually pretty happy with this one, because I expected big things, and big things are coming with the number 4 spot. Lonely Hermit coaching the LA Inferno, currently standing at a 3-2 with a -5, and they are at 3rd place in their division. So gotta say, Hermit, with every battle he's been battling, has been getting better and better and better. And this battle, I think it was the first one where it wasn't it was a pretty decisive battle, if I'm not mistaken. Despite it being close, Landon starts off with the Poliwrath. He starts off with the Hippo, drops the rocks, takes whatever he did, and his Poliwrath takes the Psychic Fakes really well. We covered that. He changes to the He changes the Corviknight strat from the bulk up substitute. That move set to the Rest Talk set, which is pretty interesting. We didn't get to see too much of it, but it was pretty interesting to see. Mirror Armor coming in clutch for the Corviknight, reflecting the Intimidate effects right back to the Incineroar. And one thing, again, this is something that I missed completely. Again, I've had a couple things going on myself, so I wasn't paying too much attention, but I did watch the battles. Was Dracovish. I was always wondering why Dracovish was on the Sandstorm team. And then I saw in this battle that he has an ability called Sand Rush. And I'm like, that is pretty smart. If you guys didn't know, Sand Rush will allow will double the speed of the Pokemon in the Sandstorm. Dracovish carries Vicious Rend. Vicious Rend does double the damage if the Pokemon moves first. I don't think I need to go further than that. So that was pretty smart on Josh's part. Unfortunately, the Dracovish got burned by the Incineroar with the Flare Blitz, but still pulled off a win. Congratulations, my dude. Anything you have to say?
Yeah, the play of the game I was talking about earlier, if I'm not mistaken, the Lander stayed in with the Quagsire out there, and Landon was questioning that move, and then all of a sudden he gets hit with the Max Overgrowth, and he was like, wait, what? And it proves that, number one, Landon needs to be wary of everybody having grass type moves. Number two, it proves that that Hermit thinks things through, and he keeps a good strategy in his brain. So definitely great move on that one. Play of the game, or play of the week from in the game of the week. So great job to him. Moving up from the number 7 spot last week to the number 4 spot this week. So great job from him. Continue it. I want to see what he does in the playoffs. And again, we got to make it this. We got to say this again. The LA Inferno will not be returning next season to the Elite Battle League. They will always be welcome. Also, Hermit's not going to be doing the weekly roundups next season. That torch will be passed on to ItsReallyTimmyB, so go show him some love as well. His link should be in the description. So definitely, we wish Hermit all the best. He is stepping back to take care of school stuff. You cannot hate on anyone for trying to further themselves with schooling. So definitely look forward to if he could ever make a return to the Elite Battle League.
For sure. If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, I am sort of dumb sometimes, guys. If they play the game, is that the second time in a row that it goes to Hermit?
No, the week before it went to Colossal for hitting the max over. If I'm not, no, Solar Beam on the Quagsire. So that's 2 weeks in a row it's happened to Landon though.
Yeah, 2 weeks in a row where Landon's involved. Unfortunately, on the receiving end.
On his Quagsire too. So I mean, Landon, watch out.
Quagsire doesn't like grass. Quagsire doesn't like grass types. Anyways, so that is it on number 4. We are going to be moving on to the top 3 of the rankings. We're hitting off number 3 with Guanaco Gaming, who is coaching the Miami Dragonites. And as we know, they played the Philadelphia Flygons in their Week 5 spot. They already secured a spot in the playoffs during the previous match, so we already knew that. And of course, so did the Philadelphia Flygons. The match should be up already by the time this drops out, because again, this is late. But a couple of things. This is the first time that the Dragonites have played dominantly on the field since their first week match against the Detroit Lux Rays. The match ended in a 6-3, if I remember correctly. Both players, again, I'm going to go ahead and tell this to myself too, because I like my lead card. Both players have amazing lead cards. Let's see. Taunt on the Shuckle. Taunt on the Shuckle was big because it forced the switch in. It forced the switch in. And the Dragonites managed to pull a Predict from the Darmanitan with the Charizard. We know Earthquakes doesn't affect the Charizard. However, Darmanitan able to live on a little HP to get off a little bit of chip damage was also, cool to see. The miss on the Rock Slide, I forgot for who it was from. I believe it was from the Xerneas. The miss on the Rock Slide was big because it allowed, again, the Shuckle to get their Stealth Rocks up for the Magnezone to get rid of the effects of Sturdy when it comes in. The Weavile, I gotta tell you, the Weavile was designed to take on the Magnezone just in case it wasn't able to get the Stealth Rocks up just in time. We had Fake Out for that very reason. And it was also designed to take out the Xerneas should the Magnezone go down. And the Weavile wasn't able to quite do that. The Xerneas lived on 6 after Poison Jab, but it got poisoned. Both went down. Weavile got the kill because Weavile is the one that poisoned it. A misplay on Wolf's part when the Celesteal Dynamax and Aldo and the Charizard came out. Used the Max Quake, and we know it doesn't affect it. But again, like I said earlier, they secured a playoff spot. Again, by the time this comes up, that playoff match should already be posted. So check that out. Anything you'd like to say?
Yeah, the Miami Dragonites, the only team in the league not to drop out of the top 3 in the power rankings the whole season. Great job by them. Had a 4-1 plus 8, number 1 in their division. Definitely not as dominant as we saw them last season, or as it felt like they were last season. It seemed like they were more hit and miss this season. Definitely, that's weird to say considering they were only 3-2 last season and 4-1 this season. But still a wonderful job by them. The switching out into Charizard twice on Earthquakes, really good predictions, really good plays. Kept the match in the Dragonites' favors. Definitely excited to see what you do in the playoffs, sir. I enjoy watching your battles, win, lose, or draw. I learn a lot from watching you, so definitely excited to see how far you can take it this season and if you can repeat. You got some tough competitors that you might have to face. As we know already, as I've already stated, my side went. It will not be me again that you will be knocking out of the playoffs. So if you made it past the Flygons. But very excited to see what you do as you move forward. And look forward to what you bring in Season 3.
This is why I am afraid of you when you just said about you learning from me when you battle. I think I'm going to have to, exclude you from my battles so you don't learn too much because I cannot have you beating me. I'm sorry. He is my rival, guys. He is my rival. But if that is it for number 3, Guanaco Gaming, great job. Miami Dragon Knights, hopefully they do a better job next season, but despite the fact that they haven't been as dominant, they're still kicking ass. Oh, crap, sorry. They're still kicking butt. Let's move forward. You okay? Yeah. Okay. Let's move forward to number 2. We have Stone Family 64, aka the Village Slaughterer, aka the Merciless, aka the Wife Beater in Pokemon. I'm not gonna get tired of saying that. Currently standing at a 3-2 with a plus 11 differential and number 2 in their division. First things first, I'm gonna tell you right now, your commentary, my friend, is hilarious. First thing that stood out, it's time to beat up the wife in Pokemon. It's time to beat up the wife in Pokemon. So quality save on there. We saw a couple of things play out from both the Sylveon's side and on the Atlanta Braviary side. Tara tried to use Spore from the Amoonguss on the Kartana. Kartana is grass. It does not affect grass types. We saw that happen. I know that Tara didn't know that. Apparently, I think you didn't know that either until it happened.
Yeah, it caught me by surprise.
Yeah, until it happened. So imagine if it was different, and imagine if it did affect the grass types, how things would have turned out from there. But again, commentary is hilarious. Another thing that made me laugh was hi, Big Monty. Anyways, the Regenerator Amoonguss allowed it to revive a little or recover a little bit of health, and it was able to live a little bit longer. Listen, when I watched your battle, Kartana living on 1 HP was big. I gasped out loud, and I think I was drinking water when I was watching this because I almost drowned. But it was huge. Now, had Tara used Fake Out on the Meowth, bye-bye Kartana. Bye-bye Kartana. Doesn't matter what happens. Tara says that she didn't know that it could do it. At this point, it's not a secret. I was helping some people throughout the league with their battles. I was helping Tara. I did tell her. So, Tara, again, I told you. We all know that. Please don't hurt me. Don't hurt me down. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, dude, just a word of advice for you. Have mercy on the villagers. Slaughtering the villagers is not cool. Okay? Again, something I won't get tired of saying with Tara. She played really well despite not having her team. And anything you'd like to say on your match, sir?
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, hopefully I pronounced this correctly or I remember her name correctly, but I'm Daenerys in the last episode, or the second to last episode of Game of Thrones. I'm not gonna just, nobody's getting away. I'm going in swinging. But for the Braviary, plus 11 in the kill death ratio, but that plus 11 happened in the last 2 matches, if we're going to be honest. So they definitely did well in their final 2 matches. I'm not sure about the first 3. Those are iffy. But definitely turned the season around. 2 things of note, and actually I'm going to say this real quick. The Dragonites stayed at number 3 from last week. The Braviary dropped from 1 to 2. And then I'm gonna go into the 2 cool little notes. The Atlanta Braviary and the LA Inferno both started the season off at 0-2, and both finished at 3-2 and making the playoffs. So they both won their final 3 games going into the playoffs. So it's gonna be cool to see what they do in the playoffs. As I've stated already, go check out the playoff match that happened yesterday between me and the wife because you're gonna laugh at me. The other thing that's really cool is the Atlanta Braviary with the last 2 matches were able to tie for the lead in the league for highest kill death ratio, so they were able to turn that around. Really cool. I like that. Also, the Braviary had not only the weekly MVP with Kartana, but that's 3 MVPs in a row for them: Sandaconda, Kartana, and Kartana. And they had the season MVP, Kartana. So Kartana will be on the logo next season, guys. So look forward to that.
There you go. Can't wait to see what or how that logo is going to look. It's going to be good to see something else other than the, either the bunny or the Weavile. Can't wait to look forward to that.
It's going to be nice not seeing one of your guys on there.
Oh well, you never know because I plan on winning the championship. So one of it's if it's not if yeah, one of my guys are going to be on there regardless. One of my guys will do it. But that is it on number 2. We are going to go ahead and wrap up the things up shortly, and we're going to hit number 1. Number 1 spot was again obtained, no surprises here, with Derek Always More Videos coaching the Kentucky Kinglers, currently at a 4-1 with a plus 11, and they are number 1 in their respective division. They faced the Detroit Lux Rays, and again, pointing out, Max's life situations occurred, which could have directly influenced the match. Can't wait to see what he brings to Season 3. But first couple things, this is the second 6-0 sweep. Second 6-0 sweep of the season, or the regular season. When I saw this video and I saw the length of time that it had, which was like 12 or 13 minutes, the first thing that I thought was like, somebody got swept. And secondly, don't tell me that Max swept him and we didn't know. Of course, I saw the video. I saw Derek's side before I saw anything else's, and then I'm like, oh, okay, this makes a little bit more sense. No offense. Zygarde did not stand a chance against the Dialga. I think it was Derek that said super duper.
Super duper.
His commentary was funny as well. Dialga mops up most of Max's team. I think that you can kind of see where Max just like gave up when the Aegislash didn't even use King Shield, and it just like took it.
Yeah.
You know? So Derek pulls off the second 6-0 sweep of the regular season. And again, that's all I really have. That's all I have to say. And in regards to the Kinglers, great job. You've come a long way from season 1, my friend. So I look forward to facing either you or Landon or whoever. I still can't wait to face you, whether Elite Battle League wise or off screen. Anything you'd like to say?
Yeah, the Kentucky Kinglers moved up from number 2 to number 1. Actually, 3 of the 5 weeks this season, they have been in the number 1 spot. Also, he tied for number 1 with the kill-death ratio with that plus 11, so really good job there. He's also tied for the most wins this season. He's also had 3 MVPs this season, the weekly MVPs. He had it in week 2, week 4, and week 5. Obviously, the Dialga with the sweep this week got him that MVP. Dialga was only 2 behind Kartana, by the way, in the season MVP. So had it not died one time earlier this season, and had my wife actually hit fake out with the meow, we could be talking about Dialga being on the logo next season. But
there you go.
He could get it on there in the playoffs. Who knows? We'll see. Personally, this is my pick to win the championship this season. No offense to anyone, including my co-host here, in the playoffs. But I picked him at the beginning of the season. I got to ride with him. Florida Georgia line all the way. What are you looking at me like that for?
You get crazy now that your wife is here?
So I'm gonna ride all the way with my wife. As I said, I've said it from the beginning of the season. My wife's gonna win the. No, I said it from the beginning. Derek's got a great team. I think he could pull it out. So I'm definitely looking forward to what he's gonna do in the playoffs. And go Kinglers. By the way, guys, I can see his face, so I know he's irritated with me right now.
No, I'm not irritated. I'm hurt. I thought we were brothers. Anyways, that is it, guys. That is wrapping up the power rankings for Week 5 of the Elite Battle League. Again, there will not be a rankings for the playoffs or the finals, but we will be back for Season 3. New home. Again, don't forget, subscribe to the official Elite Battle League YouTube channel. Link is going to be in the description. More importantly, subscribe to all of the coaches. Their links are also going to be in the description below. Guess you can show him some love, since he's being mean and all. Guess you can do that. I guess. He's a great battler. But if you don't, that's perfectly fine too. Anyway, guys, that is it. I will catch you later.
You didn't do the recap.
Oh no! I'm gonna cut that out. What recap?
where you would
Oh
say
no!
10
Yes,
through 1
yes,
again.
yes. You're right. Oh my goodness. Just letting you know, I got back from work not too long ago, and I am lit tired. So.
Just keep all that in. We're good. Just keep rolling with it.
I know.
They'll laugh at it. It'll be funny.
Okay. Recap, guys. Recap. So, number 10, we have, well, we're going to start off with the number 1 spot, actually. So, number 1 spot, Derek, always more videos, coaching the Kentucky Kinglers, 4-1 with a plus 11. Number 2, we have Stone Family 64, coaching the Atlanta Braviary, 3-2 with a plus 11. Number 3, we have Guanaco Gaming, coaching the Miami Dragonites with a 4-1 with a plus 8. Number 4, we have Lonely Hermit, coaching the LA Inferno with a 3-2 with a negative 5. Number 5, we have Fus-Ro-Dab, coaching the Everglade Entes with a 3-2 and a 0 differential. We have number 6, Infernomen, coaching the Iowa Incineroar with a 2-3 and a negative 2. Number 7, iLoneWolf, coaching the Philadelphia Flygons with a 2-3 and a negative 2 as well. Number 8, Jechnician, coaching the New Brunswick Ninetales with the 1-4 with a negative 2. Number 9, Tara, who is coaching the San Diego Sylveons with a 2-3 with a negative 4. And Game Reviews, coaching the Detroit Lux Rays with a 1-4 with a negative 15. And that, my friends, will wrap up the power rankings for the Elite Battle League Season 2. I cannot wait to see you all for the return of Season 3. Anything? Am I forgetting anything?
No, you're not forgetting anything, but I would like to say I love how you call her Tara, but you call everyone else by their screen name. She's got a screen name, you know.
Eevee Girl. Number 9. Eevee Girl. I'm sorry, I'm still used to saying Tara.
No, you're good. I was just messing with you. But that's it for me, guys. I hope to see y'all again in Season 3 for these. As long as he wants to keep me as his co-host. This is his thing. I'm just here to give him somebody to bounce ideas and stuff off of.
And he's so much better at this than I am, so he's my support. Don't forget, subscribe to the coaches, and I will see you guys again, Season 3, later. There you go. That's what I was waiting for.